Can we have some order, honorable members? Honorable members, please get seated. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, kindly take your seats. While we were ready to proceed to the second round of voting for the position of the Speaker, I have since received communication from one of the candidates, namely Daniel Gashau Mangi, indicating that he has since withdrawn from the contest. Honorable members, this communication is witnessed by the member for Gatuanyaga, Honorable Kungu Jackson Karancha, member of County Assembly. In the circumstances, noting that there is no other candidate to compete with young Charles Murugaru, I now take this opportunity to declare that the young Charles Murugaru stands elected as the Speaker-elect of the County Assembly of Kiambu. Having declared the young Charles Murugaru as the Speaker-elect of the County Assembly of Kiambu of the Third Assembly, I now direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to search for the said the young Charles Murugaru and present him before me here in assembled assembly so that he may take and subscribe to the oath or affirmation of office of a Speaker in accordance with the Constitution.
Do hereby present young Charles Murugaru, ID number 25224715 as the Speaker-elect.
I, Charles Murugaru Thiongo, having been elected as Speaker of the County Assembly of Kiambu, do swear in the name of the Almighty God that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of Speaker of the County Assembly of Kiambu, that I shall respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and that I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance to the Constitution of Kenya and laws and conventions of Parliament without fear or favor, affection, or ill will. So help me God.
Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Congratulations, Honorable Speaker. You can now take charge of the Assembly.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Kiambu County, Honorable Senator, Honorable members of the National Assembly present, Honorable members of the County Assembly, Clerk of the County Assembly, the County Commissioner, and all national government officials present, and all guests present. ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the honorable members here assembled for the high honor that you have bestowed upon me by electing me as the Speaker of this Assembly. I accept and submit to your will, and I am ready to serve as the fourth Speaker of the County Assembly of Kiambu under the devolved governments. It is with great honor and humility that I accept the huge responsibility bestowed on me as the Speaker of the Third Assembly of our great county of Kiambu. I would, at the outset, wish to thank the Almighty God for His grace and favor in making this lifelong dream of serving our country come to fruition. I dedicate this seat and win to my late parents, my late mother, Victoria Mukami Thiongo, and my late father, Bernard Thiongo Karuga, who I am sure are smiling from up above. I would also wish to appreciate my family, starting with my dear wife, Tabi Thiongo, and our lovely daughter, Tessie Mukami, for their support throughout this political journey, which has been fraught with many challenges and obstacles. You have been a pillar of strength in the face of great uncertainty and adversity. I also wish to sincerely thank the honorable members of this County Assembly of Kiambu for their trust and confidence in me, in electing me as your Speaker. And I wish to assure you that I shall undertake the duties of moderating the affairs of this Assembly fairly and justly. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank the entire UDA party fraternity, which is my sponsor party, for their unwavering support in my bid for the Speaker's position. I would, in a special way, wish to thank our party leader, His Excellency the President, William Samoei Ruto, the Deputy President, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, our Governor, His Excellency Kimani Wamatangi Paul, our Senator, Honorable Paul Karungo Thangwa, our County Woman Representative, Honorable Anne Wanjiko Muratha, and the entire Kiambu County leadership, led by the National Assembly Majority Leader, Honorable Keman Ishungwa, for their support throughout this journey. I would also wish to thank my friends, supporters, and people of goodwill for their support and prayers, and I wish to assure you that I shall not betray the trust and confidence which you have bestowed in me. I would also wish to acknowledge and pay tribute to my predecessors as speakers, the Honorable Nick Ndishu, the first Speaker of this Assembly, the Honorable Gathi Irongo, the second Speaker, and the Honorable Stephen Disho, the third Speaker, for their invaluable input in the growth of this Assembly. You have laid a firm foundation of the Assembly, which we shall seek to build on. And to the great people of Kiambu, I wish to assure you that as an Assembly, we are seized of the challenges which we are facing, and I undertake to you that we shall strive to enact legislation which addresses and alleviates the issues facing our people. I also wish to undertake that as an Assembly, we shall work hand in hand with the Executive to facilitate efficient service delivery to our citizens. In this collaboration with the Executive, I wish on behalf of this Assembly to assure you that we shall robustly play our oversight role on the Executive as set out in the laws to ensure efficient service delivery to our citizens. Finally, allow me to congratulate the honorable members of this Assembly for earning your place in this Assembly. And I wish you the very best as you set out to serve our people. Special mention goes to the Honorable Josephat Kenyajui Githinga, who despite being differently abled, competed and won in Lari Kirenga Ward in Lari Sub-County. We would also wish to recognize the Honorable Jacinta Wamboi Mbasha and the Honorable Stephen Shuru Mwangi, who earned their seats in this Assembly despite being differently abled. In conclusion, I wish to assure the County Assembly staff that we shall work closely to ensure effective service delivery to the honorable members and the other stakeholders seeking services from this Assembly. Each and every staff's views matter, and their input shall be considered as we strive to cultivate an inclusive and participatory leadership style in this Assembly. God bless you, God bless our great county of Kiambu, and God bless the great Republic of Kenya. I'm guided here as I conclude. Honorable members, I now direct the clerk to read the next order and proceed with the steps necessary for the election of the Deputy Speaker.
Election of the Deputy Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have the following communication to make as a returning officer on this order. Pursuant to provision of Section 11A of the County Government Act, the office of the Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly became vacant when the previous holder, as a member of this Assembly, vacated the office under Article 194 of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, in exercise of the powers conferred by Standing Order number 16.4, as read together with Standing Order 7, I notified the general public of a vacancy in the office of the Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly, filed Gazette Notice number 11035, dated 14 September 2022. I additionally publicized the declaration on 15 September 2022 of the vacancy by advertisement in 2 newspapers of national circulation. In the notice and in the advertisement, I invited interested persons who were qualified to be elected as Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly in accordance with the Constitution and the County Government Act to submit their nomination papers for election as Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly. Honorable Speaker, as per the Gazette Notice and the advertisement, a person who collected nomination papers was required to submit the completed nomination papers together with their curriculum vitae and the relevant supporting document to the clerk of the County Assembly not later than 9 a.m. on Monday, 19th, 2022. Honorable Speaker, the following persons collected nomination papers from the office of the clerk of the County Assembly of Kiambu between Thursday, 15 September 2022 and Sunday, 18 September 2022. 1. John Jiru Jue. 2. Jane Boro Kamau, ID number 14595517. 3. Donna Kent Anampiu, ID number 24553814. 5. Peter Buru Mugai, ID number 27815406. 6. Moses Muiruri Monana, ID number 27280414. 7. Hezron Mwangi Gashui, ID number 12523785. 8. Moses Munywa Kiari, ID number 22288878. At the close of the nomination period, Honorable Speaker, the following persons had submitted their nomination papers and are qualified as candidates for election as Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly. 1. John Jiru Jue, ID number 20171339. 2. Donna Kedi Anambu, ID number 24553814. 3. Ann Wasera Kariuki, ID number 20968378. 4. Peter Buru Mugai, ID number 27815406. 5. Moses Muiruri Monana, ID number 27280414. 6. Hezron Mwagi Gashui, ID number 12523785. 7. Moses Munywa Kiari, ID number 22288878. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I also wish to notify the Assembly that on Tuesday, 20th September 2022, I received letters from the Honorable Ann Wasera Kariuki, Honorable Moses Muiruri Monana, and the Honorable Donna Ken Anabio withdrawing their candidature for election as Deputy Speaker. Additionally, today, Wednesday, 21st September 2022, I have also received a letter from one Honorable Peter Buru, who has withdrawn his candidature for election as Speaker. In accordance with Standing Order number 10, I hereby instruct the clerks at the table to cross out the name of Honorable Peter Buru of the ballot papers to be issued. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I published the list in the County Assembly website and made available to all honorable members the list showing the members who qualified as candidates for election as the Deputy Speaker in the ballot to be conducted during the third business of the first sitting of the Assembly. The provision of Standing Order number 16.4 provide as follows. The procedure of electing a Deputy Speaker shall, with the necessary modifications, be the same as that prescribed for the election of the Speaker. Honorable Speaker, for the record, Standing Order number 8, as read together with Standing Order number 16.4, provides as follows with regard to the voting procedure where more than one candidate qualifies to stand for election as Deputy Speaker. The election of Speaker shall be by secret ballot. And 2, the clerk shall, at the commencement of each ballot, cause the ballot box empty and allow to be displayed to the Assembly, and shall, in the presence of the Assembly, lock the box, which shall thereafter be kept in the full view of the Assembly until the conclusion of the ballot. In this regard, each honorable member will be issued with one ballot paper at the table and proceed to mark his or her vote at the voting booths. Ballots shall be issued by the officers to members on either side of the Assembly. A member who wishes to vote shall mark his or her ballot paper by placing a visible mark in the space provided beside the name of the candidate he or she wishes to vote for. Thereafter, the member should fold the marked ballot paper before leaving the booth and deposit it in the ballot box. A member who, before conclusion of the ballot, has marked his or her paper in error by returning it to the clerk may obtain another in its place. The first ballot paper shall be marked cancelled and shall be destroyed. Honorable members, it appears to me that all members who are present and who wish to, this is not the right one. It's not the right one. Honorable members, when it appears to me that all members who are present and who wish to vote have deposited their ballot papers in the ballot box, I shall unlock the box, examine the ballot papers, and having rejected those unmarked or spoiled, report the result of the ballot. May I also notify honorable member that a member who shall not already have recorded his or her vote after I have unlocked the ballot box shall not be entitled to do so. Counting of the ballots shall take place in the presence of all members, and members appointed as agents or representatives by the candidate. Each candidate is allowed a maximum of 1 agent for purpose of the ballot. Honorable Speaker, in line with the requirements of Standing Order number 91, as read together with Standing Order number 16.4, a person shall not be elected as Deputy Speaker unless he or she is supported in the ballot by the votes of 2/3 of all members during the first round. In the event that no candidate is supported by the votes of 2/3 of all the members after the first round of voting, the candidate who receives the highest number of votes and the candidate who receives the next highest number of votes shall alone stand for election in the second round. The candidate who receives the highest number of votes in the second round shall stand elected as Deputy Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to remind the Assembly that this particular voting is by secret ballot. Members are not allowed to display their marked ballots to the House, the galleries, or any other person. It is brought to the attention of the returning officer that a member has displayed his or her ballot paper. It will be considered spoiled vote. Members of the media fraternity are also reminded to obey Rule 3C of the broadcasting rules, which provide that wide-angle shots of the chamber shall be used during voting and division, and no shots shall be taken so as to show the manner in which a member has voted in any secret ballot. Honorable members, we have set the voting booths on each side of the speaker's table. Members on the right side of the speaker will cast their ballot in the voting booth on that side of the table, and vice versa. Having explained the voting procedure, I now wish to ask the Sergeant-at-Arms to go forward to open the ballot and display it to the honorable members. Before I proceed, honorable members, among the members who withdrew, I wish to mention that the Honorable Moses Munywa Kiari also withdrew his candidature for the position of the Deputy Speaker. Honorable members, you have witnessed that the ballot boxes are empty. I will now request the Sergeant-at-Arms to close and lock the ballot boxes. Honorable Speaker, I now ask the clerks at the table to prepare to call out the names of honorable members in the order I stated earlier. When the name of an honorable member is called, please make your way forward and pick your ballot paper and vote. We will accord priority to the members with special needs. Thank you.
Honorable Githinga Josephat Kenyanjui. Honorable Basha Jacinta Wamboi. Honorable Mugai Stephen Shuru. Honorable Joe John Jiru. Honorable Kimani Kentams Kennedy Mwangi. Honorable Gashui Hezron Mwangi. It's okay. Honorable Karanja Jane Dhogori. Honorable Kiranga Dominic Mbogua. Honorable Mosheke Godfrey Wayaki. Honorable Monyaka Naftali Ngugi. Honorable Mudhondu John Ngure. Honorable Mwaura Susan Wanjiru. Honorable Ndongo Eric Warugu. Honorable Nduta Josephine Mwangi. Honorable Ngugi Edward Kenyanjui. Honorable Njama Joachim Mwangi. Honorable Njoroge Peter Wainaina. Honorable Wamwere Stephen Nyoto. Honorable Mboyo Nelson Monga. Honorable Munywa Moses Kiarie. Honorable Mwaura Lawrence. Honorable Kariuki Ann Washera. Honorable Agingu Josephine Wangoi. Honorable Anampiu Donna Kendi. Honorable Shege Beth Wanjiku. Honorable Shege Gladys Wamboi. Honorable Gateru Juliana Wangeshi. Honorable Gathoni Sheila Wangoi. Honorable Geshana Lucy Wanjiko. Honorable Gikanga George Nganga. Honorable Gitau Charles Kangede. Honorable Hinga Grace Wanjiru. Honorable Irungu Esther Modhoni. Honorable Kamande John Jogu. Honorable Kamau Alice Wangoi. Honorable Kamau Christopher Ireri. Honorable Kamau James Foro. Honorable Kamau Joseph Mohenja. Honorable Kamau Kenneth Karanja. Honorable Kiai Rebecca Nyaruai. Honorable Kifu Joseph Mwangi. Honorable Kienjeku Joseph Koigi. Honorable Kigara Joe Githui. You're finished. Honorable Kiguru Monica Wanjiro. Honorable Kihara Ezra Kabuga. Honorable Kemani Evanson Moigu. Honorable Kemani George Njoroge, Father. Honorable Kimani Samuel Njoroge Ishembe. Honorable Kenothia Jane Wambui. Honorable Kenyanjui Margaret Njambi. Honorable Kongo Jakma Jackson Karanja. Honorable Kuria Daniel Gitau. Honorable Mbogwa Zakaria Masharia. Honorable Mboro Patrick Mwangi. Honorable Mboro Susan Njeri. Honorable Munana Moses Moirore. Honorable Mungai Peter Mburu. Honorable Moturi Priska Wanjiko. Honorable Mwangi Jeremiah Kiama. Honorable Mwaura Rahab Wanjiko. Honorable Ndifa John Njinu. Honorable Ndua Zipora Wanjiru. Honorable Nduta Kemani. Honorable Ngaroya Patrick Kemani. Honorable Ngoge Patrick Moiferi. Honorable Ngure Celestine Wanjiru. Honorable Njeri Tabitha Wangui. Honorable Njoroge Ann Wairimu. Honorable Nyaga Esther Wamboi. Honorable Nyokafi David Chogi. Honorable Obudho Kennedy Odhiambo. Honorable Ongecha Pacifica Lucy. Honorable Sign Brian Simiu. Honorable Dhombe Peter Kamau. Honorable Thuo Cedric Gashunga. Honorable Wainaina Samuel Mbere. Honorable Waberi Moses Ngatha. Honorable Wambui Paul Masharia. Honorable Wanjiko Smart Kongo. Honorable Wanjiko Ruth Waithera. Honorable Wanjiro David Mwaura. Honorable Wanjiro Francis Koina. Honorable Wanjiro Winnie Wamboi. Honorable Wanyiri Francis Morema. Honorable Wawero Julius Kahora. Honorable Wawero Wanyoto.
Honorable Speaker, having noted that all members are voted, I would now want to request the agents of each of the candidates to come forward so that they can witness the counting of the votes. I now order, with the permission of the Speaker, that the ballot boxes be unlocked, for examination of the ballot papers. I also ask that each of the ballot papers be examined. Officers, please proceed. Agents, agent for Honorable Ezron.
Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. 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 Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. 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 Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Jue John Jiru. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiro. Jue John Jiro. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiro. Jue John Jiro. Jue John Jiro. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiro. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiro. 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 Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Hezron Gashui. Jue John Jiro. We shall proceed to count one by one. We shall begin with Hezron Gashui. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 votes for Hezron Gashui. So we proceed to count for the other candidate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54.
Honorable Speaker, having concluded the counting and tallying, I now wish to report the results of the ballot as follows. Hezron Gashui Mwangi, 32. Honorable Jue John Jiru, 54 votes. Honorable Speaker, according to the result of the vote, no candidate has the votes of 2/3 of all members as required under Standing Order number 91. We shall therefore proceed to conduct a second round of election in order to determine the winner. Pursuant to Standing Order 92, if no candidate is supported by votes of 2/3 of all members, as has happened in this election, a fresh election shall be held. In that election, the only candidate shall be the candidate or candidates who receive the highest number of votes in the ballot referred in paragraph 1. In this case, since there were only 2 candidates, we will proceed to a second ballot with the same candidates, that is Honorable Jue John Jiru, and the candidate or candidates who in that ballot receive the next highest number of votes. In this case, Honorable Hezron Mwangi.
Honorable Speaker. Point of order.
I can see, is it working? I can see the Honorable Hezron Gashui has a point of order. So proceed, Honorable Hezron.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I want to give my message of conceding because this house is greater than Hezron himself. And Honorable Speaker, I want to thank this Honorable House for coming in and deciding on who will be their Deputy Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I thank the Almighty God for being number 2. Honorable Speaker, it's not easy. And it has taken a great process whereby honorable members, it was not that easy. But I thank my God because this was a calling. And when God decides, no one can raise a no answer or argue with God. So, Honorable Speaker, allow me, Honorable Speaker, to ask or to seek forgiveness if there is somebody I've hurt in this process and in this race. Because, Honorable Speaker, I had so many consultations, both from the party and from leaders in this assembly. So, Honorable Speaker, let's not go to the second round. I am a man of my words, and I trust that what has happened, it was God's will. Thank you so much, honorable members, them who have voted for me, and them who have not voted for me. May God bless you, and I will be your servant, or I'll offer servant leadership in this assembly. Honorable Speaker, allow me to thank my governor, Honorable Amatangi, and I promise him, on behalf of this assembly, that our governor, Your Excellency, will support you fully, will support the office of the Speaker, will even support the office of our Senator Karungodangwa to make sure that this county achieve its goals, which we promised to our electorates there at our wards. Allow me also to thank the electorates of my ward, Riabai, who have made it possible for me to be on this seat. So, Honorable Speaker, I wish to thank all my electorates, and this is not a defeat, it's a win for all of us. So we should accept that, and members, we move forward. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for that chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member, for the byword, the Honorable Hezron Gashui. Your sentiments have been well recorded. And dare I say that I know the Honorable Member very well, one of the most sober-minded members of this House, and the magnanimity in his concession is something that should be emulated. Honorable members, before I proceed, I wish to acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Madam Rosemary Kirika. Can see her in the gallery. She has been with us since the time we started. And Madam Deputy Governor, apologies for the oversight. You would understand the motions that we are moving with here. Your Excellency, kindly accept our gratitude for your warm presence. Honorable members, the Honorable Member for the byword, Honorable Hezron Gashui, having conceded, and the clerk having announced the final results of the votes, I declare Honorable Njue John Njiro, Member of County Assembly, duly elected Deputy Speaker of the Third Assembly. I now request two honorable members to locate, identify, escort, and introduce to me the Deputy Speaker-elect so that he may take and subscribe to the oath of office as a Deputy Speaker here before me in the assembled assembly in accordance with the Constitution.
Mr. Speaker, we now wish to introduce to you the said Mr. Honorable John Jewel, who were elected the Speaker of the County Assembly.
I, John Jirojue, having been elected as a Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly of Kiambu, I do swear in the name of the mighty God that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people of the Republic of Kenya in the office of the Deputy Speaker of Kiambu County. That I shall respect, uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and I shall do right to all manner of persons in accordance to the Constitution of Kenya and rules, confession of the Parliament, without fear or favor or affections or in will. So help me God.
Honorable members, before we go to the last order of the day, I would wish that the example that has been set by Honorable Hezron Kashui is something that we'll embrace in this House, consensus building, and that we will be able to resolve issues amicably. And it is something that is quite admirable. Allow me just one more time to acknowledge Honorable Kashui. I know him very well. In actual fact, if I'm allowed, he works very hard to an extent that today somewhere I passed, I saw a road being done in his ward, just around here. So I can vouch for his performance. Finally, just before I close, allow me also, honorable members, to acknowledge my worthy competitors. I think in the heat of the moment, I missed that in my speech. So all the competitors that we were competing with in the race of, for the speaker position, I genuinely appreciate that we ran a good race, devoid of mudslinging, devoid of name calling, and at the end of the day, my worthy competitor, Daniel Geshau, who is also a learned friend just like me, saw it fit also to withdraw his candidature for the second round. And for all the others that we are competing with, we really appreciate, and for this assembly, consensus building, putting our minds together for the benefit of the great people of Kiambu County. Allow me again, just before I read the final order, to acknowledge and appreciate His Excellency the Governor, Honorable Kimani Wamatangi. He has been in this chamber since morning, and that's not something that we take for granted. Your Excellency, you are always welcome to this chamber, and we look forward to your inaugural address. Allow me also to acknowledge our Senator, the Honorable Paul Karungo Dhangwa. This is not a new place to you. It is your former stomping ground. And again, you're also very much welcome to this House. Together with all the other dignitaries that have been with us, feel free in this House, and this is a House that is very much welcome. Finally, honorable members, we have now concluded the business of the day, and I wish to bring to your attention Standing Order number 15.1, which states as follows: immediately after taking and subscribing to the oath or affirmation of office under Standing Order 14, that is the swearing in of the Speaker shall notify the members of the place, date, and time of the opening of Parliament. Further, Standing Order 31 states as follows: the Governor shall address the opening of each newly elected assembly. Therefore, honorable members, I shall communicate the place, date, and time of the opening of the assembly in due course. Honorable members, following the adjournment of this assembly, I invite all members and our honorable guests seated at the Speaker's Gallery to gather at the main entrance of the County Assembly buildings for a brief photo session, and thereafter, I again invite you members and our special guests to a modest Speaker's cocktail at the rise of the Assembly at the gardens behind the Assembly buildings. Honorable members, being overclocked, I just need to be sure, being 20 minutes past 7 o'clock in the evening, this assembly stands adjourned until a date to be notified later. Thank you.